Frequently changing beauty trends and fads are often quite difficult to keep up with, but they are also very important as they define what beauty is in a certain contextual time period. Although there are new beauty trends coming out almost every year and perhaps every month now, they generally follow the same theme for a couple of years. This eventually sets the basic definition of beauty for that time period, with some hit trends and some absolute misses. Just as how the trends change with time, so does your skin. One of the main and first effects of aging are visible on the skin in the form of sagging and wrinkling. As you age, your skin begins to thin, and your facial fat, especially in the cheek region, is lost almost completely. The loss of collagen and elastin, two important components for the structural integrity of the skin, with age results in the development of fine lines and wrinkles, which will only deepen with time. As a result of fat loss and this elastin, the skin that was once overlying the cheek begins to sag. All of these, when combined, make your face look aged and add a couple of years to your overall look. Aging also has an effect on your facial muscles, although not as directly. As time passes and your body ages, the frequent use of your facial muscles to form facial expressions takes a toll on the structure of these muscles, and the muscles become indented to adapt to the repeated facial expressions. Simply put, your muscles freeze in a way that they are used frequently, which often is the reason for deep wrinkles and lines forming in those regions. The overall strength of the facial muscle also reduces to an extent, making these lines and furrows deepen with age. Now, typically most people would undergo surgical procedures or get injectables to reverse the effects of aging and stop them from occurring for at least a couple of years. However, those are invasive procedures and many may not be comfortable with the idea of a knife or a needle that close to their face. The other common option is the use of topical creams and lotions that are a blend of anti-aging ingredients like hyaluronic acid, caffeine, and vitamin C, but as we've explored in the past, these also have limited efficacy. There is yet another option, or a third option for anti-aging and the repair of your skin, albeit a bit controversial. Facial muscle exercises have been shown to have an anti-aging effect on the skin by reversing the sagging and reducing the fine lines and wrinkles quite significantly. When the idea of facial muscle exercises as a mean of facial rejuvenation was first introduced, it was quickly dismissed as there was no scientific proof backing up these claims. However, recent research has proven that not only are these exercises effective, but also cost-effective, less invasive, and self-sufficient. According to a study conducted by researchers in Korea, doing facial muscle exercises using special devices helps reduce the signs of aging and promotes facial rejuvenation. For the purposes of this study, 50 female test subjects were chosen, all of whom complained of sagging and wrinkling of the skin. None of the subjects had undergone dermatological treatments to improve their aesthetic prior or during the study. The 50 women involved in the study initially underwent facial ultrasound, where the eye muscles, the cheek muscles, and the surrounding periocular muscles were scanned to assess the facial muscle thickness and facial surface area along with volume. This was done to ensure that any changes as a result of facial muscle exercises, no matter how minuscule or how major, would be recorded and analyzed. The test subjects were also asked to rate the severity of the wrinkles from 1 to 5, with 5 being severe. After all the initial assessments were performed, the study participants were given the same PAO devices and the same instructions to perform facial muscle exercises for the same 8 weeks, at least 6 times per week. Once the 8 weeks had passed, the initial assessments were all repeated to match both sets of information and assess any changes, both positive or negative. Researchers found that there was a significant increase in facial muscle strength after 8 weeks of facial muscle exercises using the PAO devices. Moreover, they found that this increase in strength was maintained even against resistance and was clearly related to improved skin elasticity. This part is very important. This is because as the muscles strengthen, they shorten, firming the skin over them. Basically, facial muscle exercises had the same effect on facial muscles as body exercises have on the body. As you build out your triceps and your biceps, the muscles strengthen and they become firmer, leading to increased tonicity at rest. Muscles get stronger, and that resulted in a net positive on the overall structure of the skin. So it's very similar to how your body hypertrophy works, so there's no reason it shouldn't work on the face. These muscle exercises not only rejuvenated the face, but also resulted in the increased definition of facial muscles, which is the hallmark of beauty in the world of fashion. The chiseled face structure is one specific beauty trend that has survived the test of time. Since the early 2000s, well-defined cheekbones and a sharp jawline are considered relatively more attractive than other facial bone structures. Throughout the last 2 decades, the definition of cheekbones and their importance in defining beauty has quite fluctuated, and eventually it's become a feature that is a bonus, meaning that if you don't have them, it's not going to change how you're perceived drastically, but if you do, it's a bonus and you're going to book more jobs in the world of modeling. However, that is not the case with jawlines. Jawlines have always been important, and people even go under the knife with the sole purpose of improving their jawline. Apart from making your face look more toned and beautiful, well-defined facial structures are also important in improving the social perception of age and youthfulness. A chiseled face is often perceived as a fresher face, which gives the illusion of youth. Overall, a well-defined facial bone structure helps you stay on the beauty trend wagon and makes you look younger than ever. As the study suggests, the best way to get this well-defined jawline is with facial muscle exercises using a PAO device. The use of the device helps contract your facial muscles, which results in tightened skin. These effects tone the face and make the bony structure of your face more prominent, especially in the cheeks and jaw region. Well, not just that, but the strength of the facial muscles and skin, along with the lack of sagging, prevents your face from looking gaunt as you age, which is bound to make you look ghoulish rather than beautiful. Another benefit of these facial exercises, especially using special devices like the PAO, is that they can slim down your face. Most people, when trying to lose weight, often find it quite difficult to lose weight from their face, as no exercise regimen or diet focuses on facial fat. As you probably know, there is no such thing as spot training. No amount of 1,000 sit-ups is going to make my abs pop if I have a layer of fat over it. And so reducing total body fat is still the primary goal of getting your face to be chiseled. However, what this is suggesting is that using these exercises can improve muscle tonicity, which is going to make the muscles stick out more from under the layer of fat. So the way I see it, these exercises are quite useful in improving muscle tonicity, which is the thing that people really lack as they get older, and as their muscles start to sag, their skin starts to become wrinkly. These are the things that can actually hold that back for a couple more years. However, my personal biggest concern, and as any dentist would tell you, is the risk of developing something such as temporomandibular joint disorder, TMJ, where excess pressure at the cartilage of your jaw joint may actually cause it to deteriorate, and this is often a result of using jaw training devices such as jaw training gum, which attempts to hypertrophy the buccinator and masseter muscles, but often just leads to irreparable cartilage damage. While the research is promising, and this is quite a new field of research, I would approach this topic with a healthy amount of skepticism as to the efficacy and the safety of using such facial exercise devices. Facial muscle exercises have benefits, and although they are a controversial topic, they are backed by hard scientific data, which explains and lists their benefits quite clearly. They help tone your facial muscles, improve facial skin quality, and reverse the effects of aging, especially wrinkles and fine lines, to a degree. There is also some anecdotal and preliminary evidence suggesting potential facial weight loss benefits, although more research needs to be done there with regards to the specific claim. It is important to remember that the positive effects of facial exercises are enhanced by healthy eating, and it's always recommended to maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle to keep your skin healthy and young. We've talked about this ad nauseum on the channel, but the best way of protecting your skin is with early prevention, and prevention is the best treatment, where your biggest culprit is photo damage or sun damage. We've made an entire video on that here, and so we suggest using the correct sunscreen. We're also developing a tool that can recommend the correct sunscreen based on your skin tone. Alright, so that rounds out this video. The topic of facial rejuvenation devices is very interesting to me because it provides a non-surgical and quite intuitive approach to recovering your facial aesthetic. The only limitations and concerns I have with this particular research paper is that the research group is limited, and it makes sense that exercising your face will obviously increase their size eventually because all muscles, or well, most muscles tend to hypertrophy over a while. And so the findings in these two research papers are just a logical train of events. At the Cove Studio, we're working with the researchers of these papers, and we're assessing the safety of these PAO devices and seeing if there's a way to bring it to the West while also meeting all these regulations. and make it a viable product, because the preliminary research does show promising results, and I think this is a product that should be made. So if you guys want to catch up on that, subscribe to the channel. Obviously you can join our mailing list if you want to be one of the early testers of these products that we make. But other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.